Hi there, I'm Cher Pendarvis, artist and author of the Painter Wow books and the Artist Tablet book. Join me on a creative adventure with the new particle brushes in Painter 2015. In this learning moment, we're going to touch on sketching with 3 of the particle brushes that I made for Painter 2015, the Spring Chunky, Gravity Bristle, and the Flow Organic Texture. You will find these brushes in the Painter 2015 brush library, so let's go up here to the brush selector in the upper left of your screen. You'll see the Painter 2015 brushes library. On the left, you'll see the brush categories and particles is chosen. On the right, you'll see the variants list and Gravity Bristle is chosen. Now I'm going to choose a dark purple color and we're going to make a few brush marks with the Gravity Bristle. Before I do that, I wanted to share about this life drawing study that I have here up on screen. This was painted with the Spring Chunky and the Gravity Bristle. And the Spring Chunky was inspired by painting with water-soluble ink and how it spreads. So here we go with the Gravity Bristle. A little bit about this brush. You can paint with the Gravity Bristle much like you would a traditional brush. The Gravity Bristle responds to velocity, so if I paint very slowly, you're going to see a softer mark and you're not going to see as many bristles. If I paint quickly, you'll see more bristles. If I press down harder, then the brush is going to splay, much like a traditional brush if I press down very hard on it onto my canvas. Now if we paint very smooth, the curved strokes, you'll see that the bristles behave much the way a traditional brush would. So the Gravity Bristle is an expressive brush. The next brush we're going to take a look at is the Spring Chunky. So I'm going to go up here to the brush selector and we're just going to scroll down and choose the Spring Chunky and use the same purple color. Now with the Spring Chunky, you can layer values and textures. That's what I've done in the life drawing sketch that you see there. This brush incorporates a little bit of value variability for a natural look. You can paint areas of texture just like I did to block in areas of my life drawing sketch with blacks and grays, and you can paint textured lines, and it does go thick and thin, and this brush is sensitive to the pressure you apply. So if you apply lighter pressure, you're going to get less opacity, and if you apply more pressure, you're going to get more opacity. Now I'm going to choose another color right here. And the next brush that we're going to have a look at is the organic texture, the Flow Organic Texture. Now the Flow Organic Texture is useful for painting natural looking textures. It paints textured strokes, thick to thin, as you see, and you can use it to paint interesting areas of texture. So let's just go like right over here. And I can block in an area of texture with this brush, and it reminds me of coarse pavement or maybe pebbled leather. So I'd like to bring up another image right here. This one is Portrait of Pearl. Now, Portrait of Pearl was painted entirely with particle brushes in Painter 2015, primarily the Spring Chunky that I just demonstrated. I also used the Gravity Bristle to paint the flowers, to model the forms on the flowers, and then I used a small Gravity Bristle to add some detail to Pearl and to paint her eyes. So if I zoom in, if you look at Pearl's soft fur, you'll see soft fur was painted with the Spring Chunky. So I hope that you enjoyed this creative adventure with the particle brushes in Painter 2015, and happy painting!